Good after morning, it is Wednesday, right, dudes, which means it's time for some more Evetech specials bonus gardeners. Starting off with an honorable mention, there's some new ROG stock that's landed and a sale that goes along with it on the notebooks. And my pick of them was actually this unit over here, which I've already got prepared in the spec. Well, actually, I would suggest you get the 16 gig RAM because then you're going to have dual channel, which is going to further enhance that processor's performance. And if you don't know about the 4800H, it's basically a 2700X in a notebook that uses like 35 watts. It's kind of nuts. So combine that with a really nice SSD and a 1660 Ti, and you've got a recipe for success. The second of the honorable mentions is the fact that the MSI sale is still going on and you can get up to $160 in Steam codes. That's like $2,000 in local currency plus. Actually, it's probably a little bit over that depressingly somewhat, but all of the qualifying products are listed for you in one easy section, so you can see exactly what qualifies. And then if you go to the redemption site on MSI side, you can see exactly how much you will get for that redemption. But starting off with the top 10, at number 10, I've thrown in this MARVO TKL because it's full mechanical backlit, it has an aluminium backplate on it, and it's, yes, a whole 540 Rand with all of that. So with a 1-year warranty, that's pretty damn cheap. Blue switches are going to be clicky. I know some people don't like that. I personally would put my head through one if I didn't have headphones and was sitting next to a user using a clicky keyboard. You know who you are. But for the money, it's pretty damn good. At number 9 is a really easy way to power up your rig. KRATOS E1 600 watt power supply. It's got RGB in it. Bang for buck on these is very good. I bought the little 500 for my old man's media PC and it's actually kind of sick, like how cheap it was and how good it is. Everything is nicely braided, as you can see, with the cabling and stuff, and the product finish and everything is pretty damn good. And it's 80 plus and it's got a 3-year warranty. 700 Rand. I mean, your guaranteed cost of ownership is 230 Rand per year. It's quite cheap. And number 8 is a way to take your audio on the go. Once at Clarity 101 AirLinks, I have done a review on that. There is some promotional stuff from it from my boy Aiden Jordan, who never says his name properly at the start of his videos, which I've actually spoken to him about in person, so now I can give him an uphill here. But back to the headphones, they're actually super sick. What you get in this package practically is a charging dock with earbuds that then magnetically attach into them, and then you charge the dock up. And the total usage time on this from the dock is about 100 hours. So you can use them, put them back in the dock, use them again later. Gym sessions, taking a walk, having a run, etc. These are going to be fantastic, especially because they lock in place in the ear, and it's actually very nice the way it does that. I've got particularly bad ears. I've had ear problems from day dot of being born, and these were just an absolute treat to use. And they've got touch controls on the side as well. Like, these are really well thought out, and with where the market's going and everything like that, $700 for that is very, very well priced. Just to add on to that, if you don't know, Monster OEM'd Lady Gaga's headset and Beats by Dre. So it's like they're coming off the back of like zero experience. At number 7, it's pretty much my favorite budget case right now, is the Antec NX400. I've done a full review, as you can see over here with the boy. And yeah, I do pull that face on occasion. But the case is very, very good bang for buck, especially if you're looking at something just like basic, straightforward that you can just have air cooling in. The only thing I might say you want to add is maybe another 120mm out the top, especially if you've got a beefier CPU and a beefy air cooler. It's still mesh on top, so it's going to be able to go out the top, absolutely no problems. And the intakes are both 140s. They're not speed controlled, they're on 100% all the time. But for more information, is a full review there for you. But for $900, included fan kit and everything considered, these are very good bang for buck. Rounding out the top half at number 6, it's a Kraken X USB 7.1. Now 7.1 is virtualized. No headset with 7 speakers in it is going to be a good headset. Rather just have 2 big old 40mm or 50mm neodymium magnet drivers, and then you can virtualize the remainder of it very, very well. And these are very no frill, no fuss headset. I like that they're USB as well, so you don't need to have like a good sound card to get the most out of the headset, which is always nice. And then you can plug it into a laptop or an older PC or pretty much anything, and they should just work pretty damn seamlessly. On-ear controls as well is quite a nice to have. I think with a 2-year local warranty at $1,000, it's solid. At number 5 is a way to take your anime with you on the go. $1,600 for a 4TB USB 3, and I have used one of these. The transfer rate is pretty nice. The build quality, everything. It's just classic Western Digital. And the main thing is 4 terabytes on USB 3. You can transfer to and from this drive at 120 megasecond, no problems. 2-year warranty as well on a moving part. It's pretty brave of Western Digital to take advantage. And number 4, it's the best gaming budget upgrade kit that I can see actually on the store right now. I love the 10400F. It's a sick little processor. It's my favorite. Intel hates it when I say that, but it's my favorite. Okay, I like it. It's 6-core 12-thread, and it runs really well, and you can cool it with literally like a stock Intel cooler, and it's still pretty damn good. Z490P is solid as well. It gives you some upgrade pathing. If you do want to get a K-series processor later, you can overclock. It's got more than enough power phasing, decent sound card with the optical out as well. So if you want to turn it into a media center PC later stage, it's got onboard graphics ports as well. So for chips that have onboard graphics, then they can output to the display and the HDMI. So it's got some longevity and some legs in it, and then you get 3200 megahertz of the good RAM as well. Just check on this, guys. You might not get it with 2 DIMMs. Just double check with the sales guys on availability and that sort of stuff if you need to. 10400F, it will benefit from dual channel. Pretty much every setup does, but it's not going to be as noticeable as it is on other platforms. And number 3 is the best way to wipe your eyes with silk. So ViewSonic's 144Hz, I did feature it last week in the specials roundup. It's still on special. It's got a curve. It's got a really good proper response time. And if I'm not mistaken, it's got, well, 85% NTSC color gamut. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that this is a VA panel. So it's got speakers, which is something I forgot about. But yeah, it is a VA panel. So the beauty of VA, right? VA is kind of like budget IPS is the best way to describe it to you. But you get 144 hertz and a proper 1 millisecond response time with that. And I have used this monitor. The colors and stuff, because of the VA, are so much better than TN. They're just way richer and more vibrant than the TN panel. So if you are looking for 144 hertz, no periscope neck or any way to adjust it, the stand might be a bit of a deal breaker for you. It does take up quite a lot of desk space. So if you're trying to get into like the esports intimacy position with the monitor, it might be a little bit more difficult. But if you're not worried about any of that and you can adjust and everything, you're happy to adjust with, you know, something to build up the screen if you need to, etc., then at $3,500, it's an absolute steal with a 3-year warranty. And number 2, it is a bit more of a premium setup from Uncle Evetech on the upgrade kitness, but stay with me on this one. Z590M Plus, right? It has really good power phasing, as you can see, 12 pins support over there, which means it'll probably have a what? Is it 8+1? Okay, that even surprises me, but 8 is enough to give you 130 watts to chip, and this is 125. As you can see, so that should be more than enough, right, to run this at maximum capacity. And if you undervolt it, it will go pretty much, you'll get the same clocks but at less voltage, meaning less wattage, meaning that the board's even better, right? It's actually a really good practice undervolting. You must check it out if you haven't. But pretty much you can only do it with K-series and overclockable processors, which this is. But you get the 3200 megahertz memory once again, and then you get this Xeon 120mm cooler. Now I had this on the 5600X, and under max load in the heat of summer, it could only manage a 61. That was the peak that I saw under this cooler with a push-pull setup and with a manual fan control, and pretty much the lowest setting. It was inaudible when using the machine. But this board as well has got some nice legs in it, because once again, it's a great media center candidate because it's got those display outs. This one's even got is that DVI? Does my eyes deceive me? No, that is literally DVI even. So it's got display, HDMI and DVI, bunch of USB 2s, USB 3.2A and 3.0A. These could even be 3.0s. I'm not too sure, but it looks pretty good, the base setup of it. And I'm leaning into M80X at the moment, because I think that the general kind of gaming PC doesn't actually need to be even in a MIDI chassis. What I've experienced with my MB311 and the test bench setups and stuff I've done on there, M80X is the way to go. And finally, number 1 spotted this week, it's the Razer Viper Ultimate back once again, because there's just no wireless mouse with this spec and price point. Battery life is insane. It's one of the best I've ever had. 74 grams is super light. You're not going to notice it versus like a Model O. Okay, the 69 to 74, there's almost no noticeable difference. But 20,000 dpi and 8,000 hertz polling rate is ridiculous. It actually bugs out certain games because it's too too accurate. They put in their own optical switches, which is something that does feel a bit different. There is a review up on Evetech's YouTube. There we go. There's a review up on the YouTube. So if you do need to check out more about this mouse, then do go check that out. But at 1799 with a 2-year warranty, this is pretty much the best gaming mouse you can buy right now. That's sub 2K, just to clarify. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Good afternoon, welcome to your Turbo Tortoise Tech Top 10, where I, your boy WookiE of the XXXL variety, go through the Evetech specials, give me my top 10 picks.